Hi, my name is Antonio Infante. I suffer from PTSD and I was diagnosed in 2015, but it actually transpired and started in 2006 due to my military service. It started the, the 2014, and it was I was degrading. I was shutting out family, shutting out friends, still functioning and going to work. But as soon as I get home, the doors would close, the lights would go off, and the drapes would be drawn, and I'd exclude myself from life. And it was hard. Um, my partner at the time, my common law spouse, she cornered me, and she um, forced me to go to the doctor. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was denying the fact that I had a problem. I was denying the fact that I was um, closing myself off. And by going to the doctor and her forcing me to go, allowed me to take that first step and admit I had a problem. From there, it hasn't been an easy journey, but that's where PTSD was first for me. I was denying it, but then when I ended up getting to the doctor, it allowed me to finally admit that yes, I do have PTSD and I do have these issues. Um, Up until I released, when I got medically released in 2016, I was taking about 10 pills a day. And then one of my doctors, one of my psychologists and psychiatrists both recommended me going to medicinal marijuana. As soon as I took it, no more 10 pills, and life just got so much better. Um, at first, it was difficult to try to understand the world of cannabis with all the different strains, with all the different types that are out there, and the names. But once it's an easy understanding to get, primarily because indicas um, are for sleep time and heavy pain. If you're suffering from pain, you have sativas, which are more the energetic, uplifting, euphoric type feels. Legalization for me really doesn't affect me, simply because of the fact that I have a medical um, diagnosis to take medical marijuana. It's actually a prescription for me. The only thing it'll allow, or not the only thing, I apologize. Some of the benefits of having legalization is I can now smoke where other smokers are. I don't have to hide it or go into an alley and hope nobody smells the weed. I wasn't afraid of being pulled over by the cops saying you're smoking in public because I had my medical card to say, hey, I can smoke. But it just allows more freedom for me to be able to smoke publicly and not be worried about people calling the cops or getting that look and that stigma. Well, it's not legalized. Why are you smoking pot in the center of the day or middle of the day? Also, an education for individuals that don't understand what medicinal marijuana does and just marijuana in general. To understand what THC does and how CBD affects your body. And those are the two things that need to be educated. And that's what legalization has brought a lot of people into the environment of, okay, maybe marijuana isn't so bad, and oh, maybe it does help. And it's the education that legalization brings. PTSD and smoking marijuana. It's not for everybody. Um, some people can't handle the effects. They feel weird. I know a couple of people that can't do it, so they are still on medication. In my opinion, if you have PTSD or anybody that's out there that has PTSD, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, anything like that, truly go to your doctor and have them verify that you have those conditions. And I say verified because there's an actual book that the Medical Society in Canada uses that outlines exactly what symptoms are based on what level of PTSD you have, and what depressions you have, because there's certain criteria to meet a certain level of PTSD. There's I don't know the actual terms, but I know individuals that can't work. They can't function in normal society because their PTSD is that bad. With cannabis and the right strains and the right dosages, they can function. Where before on medication, they were zombies.